Hi guys! In today's video, I'm going to be recreating some famous Instagram slimes from Slime OG, ParakeetSlimes, and also SnoopSlimes, and I hope that you enjoy this video. First up, we have my cereal milk recreation from ParakeetSlimes, and we're going to start off with a white glue base, and then I'm going to add a couple of pumps of foaming hand wash. I normally use about 2 pumps just to give it a bit of fluff, and then for the gloss, I use Aussie Deep Treatment Conditioner, and this is really good at bringing out all the moisture, so the slime looks really glossy and it's also super soft. Then I just go in with my BORAX activator, and I started off by adding a lot, just because I know what this slime does. And pretty much what happens is because there's so much glue, it activates really quickly and becomes hard on the outside but really sticky on the inside. So you need to pick it up and just knead it. Then you need to add really tiny bits of activator and just keep going in with your hands and picking it up, because for this slime, because there's just so much more glue than any other ingredient, it becomes super lumpy. And you think, oh, this is way too sticky to pick up, but when you add a tiny bit more borax, it goes from being really sticky to actually quite tough just from kind of playing with it. As you can see here, it turns from a really sticky solution, and in the end it's quite hard to pull, so you can tell that the thickness is really coming through. Next up, we have Tickle Me Pink by Slime OG, and this is one of my favourite recreations just because I've never gotten cloud slimes right before. So we're going to be using a white glue base and so much foaming hand wash. I say between 12 to 14 pumps. I do this to give my slime a bit more of a flimsy texture, and then I just go ahead and stir it all in just so it's all mixed in and the glue's kind of like a looser consistency. And then just to soften up the slime, I add some deep moisture lotion, and this is probably about 8 pumps worth just because I like my slime being super soft. Then I like to add my activator, and if you're wondering why I'm adding activator and then adding my washable paints, it's just because this particular washable paint makes your slime a lot looser, and I find if you add it in the beginning, your slime becomes, I don't know, just more flimsy. So I like to add it after I've added some borax, and this is really easy to activate. As you can see, it pulls away after adding 2 batches of activator, and you do want this to be really tough because I find that instant snow really melts down your slime. So I add loads and loads of snow, and this is normally where I go wrong, I think. Either I make the snow too wet or I kind of just add too much, and when you add too much, it just kind of falls apart. To avoid it falling apart, all you have to do is add some more slime, and I'm pretty sure this can be any slime. This is the cereal milk one I just made in the previous tutorial, and as you can see, it almost instantly becomes a cloud slime. All you need to do now is just knead it, because as you can see, it doesn't fall really smoothly at first, so you just need to play with it, stretch it out, and then it should fall really smoothly and look amazing. The only thing is, with cloud slimes, especially my cloud slimes, they never make sounds, so I can't really include a sound clip, but as you can see, it is beautiful, it falls beautifully, and it kind of looks like a waterfall. Last but not least, we have Coca Cola Slime by SnoopSlimes, and for this we're going to be using 2 clear glues. The first one is Elmer's clear glue, and then the second one is Hobbycraft clear glue. The reason I'm using 2 is just because she said the texture of this slime was a lot different from her others, and then I'm just going to go in with my colouring, and this needs to be a food colouring, not a paint, because this is going to be see-through, and obviously it's a clear slime, so we don't want to ruin that. The colours to make this kind of brown are red and green, and if you find yours goes a bit too red, then you can go in with some more green and just mix it all in to balance it out. Then we just want to go in with our normal borax activator, and I'm actually using a normal one just because the Hobbycraft one takes so long to activate and I couldn't be bothered. But as you can see, it turns into this lumpy mess, so you definitely do need to kind of stretch it out and play with it for a while, especially with clear glues. I find that they take so long to knead, but then eventually it should become really pretty. Then we're going to be using some reusable ice cubes to just top it off, because she has these in all her Instagrams and I'm so jealous. So the slime should be really stretchy at this point, and then we're just going to place the ice cubes on top. And if you're wondering why there are 2 different slime colours, it's because I didn't make enough of the slime and I wanted to make this my thumbnail, so I had to make another slime to put under it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe.